Hi you guys, this is Gabby coming back to you guys with another video. I'm coming to you guys to talk about being a travel nurse as an LPN. And I'll just start off by talking to you guys about why I chose that route. So pretty much I have been in long-term care facilities as well as assisted livings, and I've also worked in the hospital on an orthopedic floor. You have to excuse me that I'm talking this way because I have in my teeth guards because it's like I just woke up and just decided to do this video real quick for y'all. Anyways, so that's my background, and so I've been in LPN for 2 years, and before that I was a CNA ever since like I got out of high school. So pretty much just to start out my reason why I decided to become a travel nurse, that has like been my goal since high school, to become a travel nurse, just because I wanted to travel, but I didn't want to join the military. I wanted to earn good money and see the world all at the same time. And so I don't know how I heard about it. I don't know how I heard about it the first time when I did, but I was so intrigued and I was like, oh my gosh, this is definitely what I want to do. And I don't want to wait until I'm an RN to do it. You don't have to wait. I'm here to tell you, you don't have to wait. Actually, you don't even have to wait to be an LPN. They have CNA travel nurse positions as well. They have a ton of travel positions, not just for nursing, for all different other specialties. So you guys will have to look into that. Anyways, so I actually just finished up at that orthopedic on the orthopedic unit at the hospital. I'm gonna just take these out real quick, y'all. Okay, so I just finished on the orthopedic unit at the hospital, and I decided to leave. Although I loved it, I really did, I did not like the fact that I was only getting a minimal amount. So let me tell y'all. So I was a supervisor at the position I was at before I came here, and so I was making a little more. So then I come here and then I'm making less, and I just took it because they're like with a union, and I was like, okay, you can't negotiate, I'll just go ahead and take it. And then I get here and I'm like, okay, this is like not what it needs to be. Like, this is not what I'm used to. I'm gonna need a little bit more than this. I don't like that there were some CNAs even making more than me, which is, it's just ridiculous. I was full-time there, so I was only off 1 day a week unless it was my weekend off. So I'm there all this time, excuse me, and I'm only getting a small amount. I just wasn't going for it. I'm just like, I feel like I'm doing this to myself because I'm accepting the position and not trying to look for more. So I've actually been on known some travel nurses now for some time, because I've been working at some facilities and they sometimes come in, and so I get to talking to them, make friends, and learn a lot from them. And so I did that, and not at this facility but the one before, and there was a ton of LPN travelers, and so I was like, man, okay, I'm definitely gonna get into that. So I got some recommendations, and as far as agencies go, so there's a ton of agencies that you can sign contracts with, and you just want to make sure you get the best deal, you know. And so, and somebody that won't take advantage of you, if you're looking for insurance, they do have the option as well, and the pricing, all that stuff you want to take a look at. So just so happened, I found this. I was like, so first off, you can actually join a couple of pages on Facebook, as long as you're like meet their criteria and stuff. And so anyway, so I must have been like messaging recruiters there, and after I like saw a place that I would want to go, and I'm like, hey, you know, how much or what are the hours, you know, asking about the contract that they had displayed on that page. And so I'm getting more information, and so mind you, I had already been in contact with some recruiters from the previous year because I knew that I wanted to do this at some point. And so they were just like, okay, whenever you get ready, just call me. So I did call those agencies as well whenever I got ready. So long story short, I decided on an agency. They asked me for my references, they asked me for my resume, all that fun stuff. And funny story is, this agency that I decided to go with, one of the travelers is actually with them. So like I made friends with a traveler, and I gave her as a reference. And my recruiter texted me back and was like, "This is so funny. I know her. She's great." And I was like, "Oh, I really like that," because I know that lady is like not gonna let nobody screw her or anything like that. So I feel comfortable, like I feel it's nice to know that somebody else is using her as well, and she's taking care of them. And my friend, can vouch for the recruiter. So long story short, I got the contract. Although it took some time, honestly, you really do have to be willing to travel to get the bigger money if there is nothing in your area. And so there were a couple of places that I was at that this other agent, this other recruiter, had been like trying to get me here, and it was just like, no, you don't have what position was it? It was a position in a clinic, and I hadn't worked in the clinic. So I was like, I'm a really quick learner, all this stuff, just go ahead and sign me up and then see what they say. Turns out they wanted somebody who had clinic experience. That's fine. Their loss, right? So this ended up coming my way. Anytime anything open, my recruiter was like, "Hey, do you want this? Hey, as soon as this person finishes up there, I'm gonna, get you in there." All this stuff. She was really looking out for my best interest for sure. And so she sent me the contract. Went over. She actually called. This is my first contract, so she called me. I want her to call me and go over everything with me. So she read through the contract with me to let me know anything if I had any questions. I did all like the paperwork as far as my immunization. I uploaded my certifications, uploaded all that stuff to upload. And then I just have a little list here too. So you're gonna find an agency, ask around about what agency might be best for you as far as the things that I mentioned earlier: insurance, pay, housing stipend. Housing, that's another thing. So with this contract, my housing is included, and so from what I can remember, I think it's an apartment, and it'll be like 3 of us in there, and there's already some other people there now, and so I would just get the other bedroom, and then it's like a shared like kitchen space and all that stuff. So that'll be that. That's where I'll be staying for the next 13 weeks. They do have shorter contracts, but I decided to do something long because I want to have something stable right now. And just some 8 weeks is just too quick to renew, too quick to be renewing stuff. I just want to do 13 weeks, and then if I like it, hopefully I do, I'll just go ahead and renew there. So you have to think about housing. Is the housing included? Are you gonna have to pay for a hotel? Are you gonna drive from where you live, depending on how far it is? For me, this first contract will be in the state, and so I'm just gonna drive there, stay in the hotel, and then, or not stay in a hotel, but stay in that apartment the days that I'm working, and then any chance that I'm able to come back home for the weekend or whatever, I'm gonna come back. So I prefer my days to be in like 4-day span, Monday through Thursday, and then off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and just come back, so I won't be back and forth. So that's something you need to think about. Also, an RV, if you have an RV, that'd be awesome. That is definitely something my husband and I are wanting to get when we are in, the proper situation to get that. Preferably preferably after we both finish school, we're gonna like look into getting an RV and then just travel that way, because that way you can pocket the money that they're spending on housing. So then you have more money in your pocket. Also, while I'm talking about money, as far as that goes, some contracts are weekly, some contracts are bi-weekly, so that's something that you can look at as well. As far as like the process of me getting started there at the facility, I do have my schedule. It was a fairly quick process. So after I did the application, I signed the contract. The woman from my agency called me and was like, do your fingerprinting for the state and drug tests, and they set me up. They paid for all that. They just sent me the little stuff to take with me. And then the scheduler from the facility messaged me, emailed me, or they gave, no, my recruiter gave me her phone number, and then I called. We went over like the schedule, as far as what it would be, what they would expect, all this stuff. And she was super nice, telling me about the town, telling me about, just how many there would be on the floor, as far as nursing and not the patients, but the people that are living there. Sorry, I can't think of the word, y'all. It's like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. So she was talking about that. She was super nice. Oh, and I guess the place that I'm staying at doesn't have a washer, so she was saying that I can use the one that's at the facility, which is fine by me. I don't care. I'm probably going to just do it on like a night shift or something. I'll just take it up there and do it while I'm there. If not, just wait until I get home. So yeah, that's how that went. And then so she went over the schedule with me. Also, if you have any days off that you're wanting, make sure you do have that in the contract. So I live away from most of my family, and so I wanted Thanksgiving, the week of Thanksgiving off, because they're coming into town, and so I made sure that was on there. So if you have anything coming up that you know is coming up, make sure that's on there beforehand, so you can make sure you get your days off. What else? I'm trying to think of the steps that I had gone through. So we did the schedule, and I think that's it. Like I was pretty much, I had a couple questions like what scrubs to wear. So make sure you know that. I start like in a couple of days now. And so I was like, where am I going to be living? Can you send me the address? So my recruiter found the address for me. Mind you, I didn't have to ask all that. I thought that I did, but just a couple minutes ago, I ended up getting a message from her talking about like instructions for the first day of work. And so it listed the scrubs, where the facility is, who I'll be meeting with, who can sign my timesheet. You have a timesheet to get signed every week in order for you to get paid. So it has maybe like 7 different people I can go to that can sign that timesheet for me. If I have to fax it in or email it in, email a picture of it to your agency. Let me think of what else. And then you have to think about groceries and food and all that stuff. So I haven't seen a refrigerator or anything like that. So I just got a bunch of small stuff. As far as like sharing a fridge, so I just got a bunch of small stuff to start with until I can go there and see how it looks, all that stuff. So I'll tell y'all what I've packed. So I got a dirty clothes like linen bag. I got some groceries, and I will just show y'all what I got as far as the groceries go. This is the bag. So in there I have some chips, I have some pads, I have some Chex Mix, I've got some contact solution, some Ziploc bags, some lotion, and some body wash, some toothpaste, some Listerine, some crackers for some tuna that I'm going to make, I do have some tuna in I had some tuna here already, so I'm gonna take that tuna with me, and then I'm gonna take the can opener. I didn't get any bread, because I didn't want it to go bad so quick, so I'm probably just gonna get bread there if I decide to get bread. I got a little pack of juices, so it has like a couple of juice boxes in it, but generally I drink water, so I'm gonna I have like, just a good to-go bottle container of water. Excuse me. As far as cooking, I'm probably gonna take one pan, one that'll go on the stovetop, and then one that can go inside the oven, because I generally take my food to work. I don't like to eat out all the time. Way to save money. So I got some chicken breast that I can bake in the oven, and I'm just have like chicken and rice. I'm gonna have chicken and rice. I have some ground turkey that I can make some spaghetti with. I have some sauce here already, so I'll probably just have to get some noodles whenever I decide to do that. Or if I don't make that, I'll make some sloppy joe. I'll just have to get some little sauces to make some sloppy joe with, and then the bread that I was telling y'all about. I have like 4 containers, like 4 to-go containers, that I like usually take to lunch with me in my little lunch box. So I'm just gonna like eat out of the lunch box at home and have some to take to work, and then get like a spoon, a fork, and a knife, and just take it with me and reuse it, because I don't want a bunch of dishes piling up. And then as far as clothes, my suitcase is pretty much filled with all scrubs, because I can wear any color there. So I just got all my scrubs, and then I just got night clothes and like leggings. I'm gonna bring my work shoes, some tennis shoes, some house shoes, and then some sandals. Those will be my 4 shoes that I'll bring. And then I am in school getting my BSN, and so I'm gonna bring all my books with me as well. Anytime that I'm off, I'm gonna be doing schoolwork. Like, I'm gonna be grinding, y'all. If y'all want to hear more about my bachelor's, my BSN program, LPN to BSN, just comment below, and let me know if y'all want an update. I have a couple of videos on the process, but still haven't got my BSN, so just taking it step by step. Everybody has their process, so if you guys want to hear more about that, just comment below. I don't want to take a whole lot, so I think I'm gonna like take some dish liquid. Dish liquid, tissue. I made sure my contacts were stocked. I just got some yesterday, so I made sure I had contacts. As far as the insurance, it varies in price. So like, there's an option to get you got health insurance, life insurance, short term, dental, all that stuff. And there's some plans that can be $10 a week that you're paying. It can be whatever it is. And also, you can only of course it has its entry days that you can get in when it's not in the enrollment period, but it's only when you're signed to that contract is when you're going to be getting the insurance. So that's something to think about. What else? Yeah, I think that's about it. I'm gonna take book bags, stuff like that. I'll probably talk to you guys the day after I go. I'm gonna be training on a night shift, and then it looks like I'll have 2 days of training, and then I'll start. I feel pretty comfortable in nursing home, so I'm not too scared or anything about it. I'm a pretty quick learner, so I'll let you guys know how all that goes and pans out after I get there. So yeah, I'm gonna take my laptop. Yeah, my laptop and my school stuff, and that should be it, honestly. So if I missed anything, if you guys have any questions, please comment below, and I'll be sure to get back with you and answer them. And look out for more videos. You guys make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything on this crazy journey that I'm on right now, and you guys can come along with me. So have an awesome day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Mwah.